week I've been sort of in a slack key mood, so I've been playing a lot of stuff in, matter of fact, there's a good mystery tune. Who can identify that? That is a song that I actually already have a lesson for on the site, but a completely different arrangement by a really famous Hawaiian slack key guitar player. So today's puzzle. Was there a puzzle I needed to answer from last week? Uh-oh. If there was, I forgot about it. I think we got it. That's right. It was, we recognize, it was the Harry Nilsson thing, maybe from a couple weeks ago. Can't remember exactly. The weeks are running by too fast. It is Friday, January 27th, and it's been an interesting week around here. I started the week with sort of a goofy day off, and I really want to thank everybody for the best wishes on back on Monday when it was my birthday. Kind of not as eventful as last year. Sort of just took it a little easier. Been watching a lot of tennis, and so I have not been getting enough sleep. I'm living on Australian time, to all our folks out there down under, and incredible match that ended about 5:30 this morning, my time, and that was between Djokovic and Andy Murray. But let's stay off the tennis world. But song-wise, what happened? We had a little more Badfinger. Oh, because I'm in this tuning, I can't play anything else that went up this week because nothing was in this tuning. But that'll carry over into or I could retune the guitar. Nah. Today is just news. Less playing. We'll see. That's another one's on the site. It's been here for a long time. So actually, let me give you a heads up. More slack key stuff on the way over the next couple weeks. So brush up on some of the tunes that we have in Open G. And this really started with me doing Tears on the Moon a couple weeks ago. That got me started looking again back at the C Wahine tunings and the Taro Patch tuning that I happen to be in right now. I think Amazing Grace might be in this too. So anyway, anybody who's thinking about guitar instrumentals, check those out again. What else is in there? Here Comes the Sun. And that one. That was Hula Blues. But I was trying to tell you what happened this week. Monday, I kind of went to the early days of Badfinger. This week we had two pretty cool Badfinger tunes. Well, cool in my book, at least. And the first one, of course, we ended the week with their really big hit, Come and Get It, the song that launched them, the song that Paul McCartney wrote for him and handed to him and said, don't mess with it, do it exactly like this, and you guys will have a #1 hit. And they didn't, and they did. Worked out great. And another song from the same movie, Magic Christian Music, we did Carry On Till Tomorrow that had this cool lead in it, and managed to work that in to how it... Matter of fact, I think there was a request for that showed up the day that the song went out. What a coincidence. How is that for fast response? Let's see, we had a little more Damien Rice. This week it was 9 Crimes. And still a couple of more of those floating around possibly over the next few weeks. Still maybe taking votes on what the last few Damien Rice tunes should be. Maybe not even last. We might just, in 6 months we might have covered every one of his songs. Who knows? So 9 Crimes went out I think on Wednesday. And then a couple of other different fly-on-the-wall things. This week we had Ed, who generally doesn't play much with a pick, working on just holding the pick and getting the tone to not sound like this, but like this. So softening up the tone and getting better control of a pick. And then it brought in somebody that's been taking lessons from me for about 5 or 6 years, but I think this is the first time we put him on the spot on the fly on the wall video, and that's my my buddy Jacob, high school student, who always comes in saying, hey, can we work on this or that? Something I've really been listening to lately. And so most of his lessons they turn into ear training lessons because he comes up with songs. Sometimes it's Green Day, sometimes it's who else does he really like? Something about Queens of the Stone Age. So I don't think anyway, we've done some of their songs, and then but this week it was Marcy Playground, a 90s band still around, but I think we ran through like 3 or 4 of their songs. So if you haven't seen that, I pretty much turned him loose and said, hey, you want to learn this song? Figure out what the chords are. And he's really good at it. So it's sort of fun to watch, watch somebody in action doing things like that. And I think most of those probably turned into complete lessons on those songs. So if you're interested in learning stuff like St. Joe on School Bus and Gone Crazy, we didn't finish that one, I don't think. Anyway, nice little pairs of 6 moving up and down the neck in that one. So that was our fly on the wall with Jacob working on Marcy Playground. And I think that's about it for the big news. Things are rolling smoothly at the other sites, so if you're thinking about some piano lessons or keyboard lessons or vocal lessons, be sure to check in at Totally Vocals and Totally Keyboards. Those 2 guys are working very hard to bring out some new stuff. And I think in the meantime, I'm going to take it out with... another little slack key tune. That one is Chemo's slack key. So keep your eye out for slack key tunes coming up, and in the meantime, brush up on your open G songs and maybe the C Wahine tunes as well. Tears on the Moon, there's another one coming up next week. So don't tell anybody, top secret. That's it. Until February.